I'll share my happy screen and be alive. And yeah, I've invited. Did you have the website one meeting already?
We didn't have because it's not on the schedule for this week. And then I was just getting done eating lunch, and so I sent a message to the channel to see if anyone was like, "Oh no, I really want to have a website one meeting," but no one sent anything, so I just didn't have it.
Okay, so I remember. Natalia actually wanted to work on some
Cypress testing.
Cypress, and I told her that you had sort of figured out um, the issue that we were having with the testing the drop downs.
Yes.
Yeah, and I thought maybe that's something that we can. Oh, am I still? I didn't kick you guys out from yesterday.
I don't know. I mean, I left, so I don't know if you specifically kicked us out, but I left. The other thing to keep in mind, Mike, is that there's that ticket, or I guess more for you, Natalia, if you're interested in Cypress testing stuff. There's this ticket here that we started working on, Mike and I. And
Yeah, I remember.
So, I mean, it would be really on the list of priorities. It's a bigger priority for us to get the this project create projects PR in, like the PR is in, but I mean, remove the like work in progress tag, so that we can, because that will, like, if you do it in the way that I didn't follow my own advice, but if you do it in the way like following my advice to just get in like the bare minimum to make it work, then that will unlock like 3 other tickets or 4 other tickets for people to work on, and also it's like a blocker from taking us to production. Whereas like the Cypress tests are probably would be good, to get done, like, but
Afterwards, after this,
I mean,
you mean?
I mean, it can be done at the same time. Like, it's not that it can't be done. I'm just saying, like, I mean, the thing is with the create projects is that like it's really good for us to like do in pairing sessions, but like there's sometimes that I'm coding when you guys aren't around, or maybe you're wanting to work on something when Mike's not available or when I'm not available, and like if you're interested in Cypress test, you could be like working on that, or I don't know. I mean, they're important as well, but yeah, they're important.
Okay,
But
then just get the create project done first, right?
yeah, I mean, ideally like I'm trying to get the create events done. I got close yesterday. I ended up I stayed up till like 1 a.m. and like I got it working, but
yeah, you said it was where you said the legging was gone, right?
Yes, and you can create an event, but the problem is that there's like you can create an event as long as it's a non-repeat event. But if it's a repeating event, then you have like what days it repeats on, and then when you add the days that it repeats on, then it won't create the event. It gets rejected from the back end, and it's because it's like really, it's kind of like complicated the way that it like goes through the event creation in the back end. So I need to kind of lock that down. And if I would have followed my advice to Mike, which is just like an event can be created, then the PR would be ready, and it could be like it could be given a review, and then I could work on the review topics, and then it could be like merged in, and then I could work on, okay, we want to create recurring events, and then we could get that working. But because I didn't do that, and I just went adding like a bunch of fields there, I've kind of put myself in a situation where it's kind of like it's either all or nothing, or I need to like delete some of the fields that I've already added. Like, so yeah, I kind of screwed with myself, really. So I'm gonna have to like deal with that now. But I'm hoping maybe Mike can learn from my mistakes. Yeah. I mean, also as well, like it would be interesting, Mike, for you to have at least have when you get a chance, for you to at least have a look at the progress I'm making on it, because you might be interested in doing something similar. Like, so, or at least we can have a conversation about it. That way we can have some sort of a pattern with our,
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes sense. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I've got to leave in 2 minutes, so I don't want to derail you guys in any way, but maybe if you don't mind letting me derail you for 2 minutes, I could share my screen with you and show you what I've done. One second. Here we go. All right. So where are we? We're here. And where are we? No, we're not there. We're there. No, we're not there. We're there. No, we're not there. We're there. No, we're not there. Where are we? No. Human connection is taking over my life. No.
Is it not just easier to?
No. It is. It's definitely easier to just use a new tab. But then I don't close out the ones that I should be closing out anyways. But yeah, since I'm did you find this helpful, Mike? This did you copy this somewhere? I'll send this to you, because this might help you in the future. That's for you, like trying to get your SSH sorted out properly. Okay, so I can close everything to Phoenix right now. All right, so if I come here to website one front end, like I kind of talked to you about this the other day, but I don't know if it made sense what I was talking about, and so it's probably better to just show you what I've done. Like I started doing it the same way, like that I was as you did it, because we started together in the weekend collaboration, and then yeah, I probably don't want this there, but anyways, and then I kind of end up reversing it. So now, like, we have the create. This is the create event page now. So it's just like a functional component that just returns the header. I don't know. I mean, I'd be interested in trying to see if there's a way that we could, like, maybe instead of even doing it like this, maybe we could have just have this be part of the class component, and just like depending on the page that the person's on, like you show one header, and if they're on a different page, show a different. If they're on the edit page, you show editing a new event, or if they're on the new URL, then you show the creating a new event. But anyways, at the moment, it's just like a functional component that does nothing else but display the header. And then, like, I've extracted all of the selects into their own functions, functional components, and like days of the week select, for example. And it uses this thing called Pure that's being imported from Recompose, which is this really cool library that you can use to like do the same thing that Pure Component does, which is like it'll allow you to it'll do a comparison, like a shallow comparison, to see if it should be re-rendered or not. Like, so it'll call like should component update under the hood, and then if it shouldn't update, then it won't update. But this allows you to use it as a functional component. So instead of being a class component, it's just a function. And then, like, I've done that for the event category, and I've done it for event 4 and for event repeat ends. I mean, I don't know. I guess I haven't gotten a review on this, so I'm not sure. Like, I talked a little bit to João about it yesterday, so I'm hoping he'll be cool with it. But like, then I needed to change some things on the event summary that we did together, Mike, because this next scheduled event, like this here that we did for the start time, that only is working for repeating events, like events that have been created to have repeating, I guess. So yeah, anyways, so I've changed that. I've also done this thing where I added some logic to say, like, if there's no next scheduled event, meaning it's not, well, actually that might not be true. I mean, yeah, I still need to look into this. This might be because of like us creating events through the front end. But anyways, right now it doesn't show the next scheduled event if there's not one, but there should always be a next scheduled event, I think, because the events are from the future. But yeah, anyways, then project select, time zone select. So this is my event form now. So my event form is the class component, which, like, I guess I've kind of like, I don't know, I'm questioning whether we should be called an event form or not, because it made sense when it was just a form, but now it's like a class component that has the form and does like does some logic, like, to push the person to the login page if they're not logged in, and to set their last location so they get pushed back to this is all stuff that you'll want to do as well, so if you want to have a look at what I did, feel free, like, and then handle change, handle start date change, handle end date change. You shouldn't have to worry about that. My handle submit here is like more complicated, but like, yeah, then it just like calls these components, one by one when you need them, and yeah, so like I've reversed things, so now, like, and I think I've said before, but I think the benefit this has is that you don't have to duplicate these handle change in both the new and the edit components, stateful components. You can make this to be the stateful component, and then we can either figure out a way that we do something like we did with the subscriptions, where we check the path that the person is on, and if the person's on the edit path, then display one message, and if the person's on the new path, display another message. Or we can just like do what I'm doing so far here, which is just to like call this function like create event page, which will like bring in that custom header.
Yeah, I'm thinking. I'm thinking the header could also be a component that can be reused, maybe.
Yeah.
So that we can just pass props and we have the text to display them.
True. Yeah. I mean, that's true. I mean, anywhere we have a header, you could have like just a custom header component, like Natalia's been doing with our YouTube, and then you can just have like message, and then the message is what it actually is, what it prints inside the header. That would be an interesting way of doing it. Then you could use it on the create event, edit event, create project, edit project. Actually, on all the pages that have headers, you could just use the custom header. Yeah, I like that idea as well. That's a really good idea. Because I think like the header that we're using from Semantic UI, I don't think allows us to be able to pass the custom message. So yeah, I mean, something to keep in mind. I mean, it doesn't seem like that's something that would block us from getting it merged in, but like I mean, we could be, if we both think that that's a good idea, I could change this create event page to be called header, and then pass it the messages as a prop, and then that's something you can do in your PR as well. And then, when they get merged in, they won't block each other. Yeah, I mean, I'm gonna start the meeting. I'm late, but I'll see what happens. Like, if I can make it back before you guys finish, I will. But if not, then then I'll see you soon for the elixir pairing session. And Natalia, I'll probably won't see you till tomorrow.
Yep.
Cool. Have fun.
Yep. So
see you soon.
Ready to go?
I'm ready to go. Bye. Thank you.
So,
see you guys.
Yeah. Yeah.
What was he saying? I mean,
He just showed.
What?
Yeah.
Just showed up. I mean, I'm having such a bad connection to the internet connection that I could not attend the human connection pairing session. I had to drop out. And even now, he was saying things that I wasn't getting what he was saying.
Oh, so that's why you dropped out and.
Yeah, I didn't drop out. Actually, it threw me out. The
Sorry.
Google Hangout threw me out.
Yeah, sometimes it does. Sometimes it does to me as well.
It threw me out, and I was like, this happened in the morning, and this is happening still now. So what was he saying about the creator event?
Yeah, he was just saying how he updated everything to be a component, and
so what did he? Why did he show you? I mean, he wants you to work on this VR.
No, I think he was just showing me the changes that he has made, so that maybe since we had the idea when we were pairing with him and there was that lag, so he was just showing us to see so that we could see what the changes he had made so that it doesn't lag.
Yeah, he wrote in the channel all the details he has done.
Yeah, but he knew that we had not gone to the PR to see exactly what he did, so he was just showing up. So he shared it in the channel.
Yeah.
But then he knew that we had not gone to the PR to see whatever exactly he did to make it stop lagging. So he was showing us so that we could see what he did. That now it stopped lagging, like how he broke everything into components, like the drop down that get the days of the week, the drop down that gets the time zones and that stuff. So he has created those components, but he's using them as pure components. There's that import he made of pure, so that the components can just be the components can they do not reload when the page is like now it remains a functional component, but then it has that can component reload thing also with it, so it doesn't have to make it a class component.
Okay. Okay. So that was it.
Yeah, that was it.
So, okay, he said that like don't work on the Cypress test right now. I mean, he didn't say it exactly, but he wants us to work on the create project component, right?
Yeah, but we want to work on the Cypress, so we just go ahead and work on the Cypress. Like he advised us that we could maybe like his interest as like sort of like he's like acting as the project manager, even though it's Joao who is official the project manager. Yeah, like he's like to us, he's like the project manager, and he told us that maybe his interest will be to make the submissions work, the form submit to create project, other than just the normal like doing the Cypress, because he was saying we will spend like an hour on Cypress, but we could use the hour trying to make submission work so that we get merged. But still, even after we get the submission merged, we will have to write the tests, which is also part of the
Important.
works. Yeah.
So,
So
what is left in the create project? I think it was done already.
yeah, it was done, but we were not able to submit. Okay, it was at this point where yeah, we needed to pass the cookies, and I wasn't sure exactly where the cookies were coming from, and I don't know whether. So down here we have map state to props. No, Mama, no. So yeah, I think we tried submitting from the user interface, if I'm not wrong. Maybe I need to do a yarn start. And then when we tried submitting, there was an error with the cookies. So I wasn't sure where the cookies should come from, because this is the create project page, and it extends component. And this is the cookies. So the cookies is coming from the state. Maybe cookies come from the state, and I don't know. So I don't know if we want to figure
Can
this
you
out.
console dot okay, can you console dot log what cookies? Let me see.
So
Do you have a link?
yeah, to the yeah, I shared. Let me just show you.
What's your branch name?
Create new projects.
No. The number
139.
139. Okay.
So maybe I can add the cookies here, but I don't know where it changes. So this handles change. This handles change, and this handles submit, and this does the render. And for the renders, we need to pass the cookies to the form.
Are you setting the cookies or you are importing the cookies here?
Yeah. Which file are you? So
You removed that line. I think there was.
there was a line that was in another. I think it was this project form where we had this, and yeah, there was something about the cookies here. They remove that line?
You just removed or moved so fast that I don't know what you did with the. It says like cookies colon and then curly braces, and inside those curly braces it was cookies again. You moved so fast that I wasn't able to see what changes you have
This,
made.
do you
Yeah,
mean
it's
this?
there. Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah, 48. Yeah. So you're taking it from the this state, but are you using the Redux in this component? Yeah, no,
Yeah,
you're using Connect.
it uses Redux because of this map state to props, and it halfly uses Redux. Because for the action, we are just using the Axios requests. So if we come
So
here,
you, so that means if you're using Redux, then you have to can you show me the action reducers and sorry, actions? What actions are there in the
so
action folder?
we have the action, and the action is called create project
Get
action.
cookies, something like that. Oh, could create project actions. Okay, so here you have hops dispatch. Yeah, dispatch here. But before that dispatch, where yeah, can you scroll up?
Up,
Okay, 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 okay. Hey, okay, you were on the right line. You were on the right line. The authorization dot cookies. Yeah,
yeah.
colon. Yeah, cookies dot get website session. Error. Okay, but you're taking it in the header, and are you passing this
Yeah.
to where and where?
So like here in the when we get into this create project action, the first
Yeah.
thing we do is to destructure this props, because I think
Uh-huh.
props comes as so the props should be having cookies.
Okay.
Yeah, and since the props should be having cookies, mm, so I assume when he calls dispatch, he will come to the uh, project form, or no, not this one. I think it's the project create project page. So when he dispatches, he will do this: export default connect map state to props, then create project. So we have the create project prop, which is imported from action. And then here we have the state. I actually don't understand. There's a gap that I don't know how to fill.
Because that gap is because of the Redux. Basically because of the Redux, because you know, you don't know where the cookies are coming from. You have the state store in the store, Redux store. Am I right?
Yeah, we have the state in the Redux store, but this one doesn't look like it has the state in the Redux store, because we are creating the state here. Like
Doesn't the Redux we are using Redux, we push all the states in the Redux store? Or,
yes,
or we can keep some of the states in the component as well.
I think we should not have states in the component, but why did we do
I mean,
this with
I'm not 100% sure because I have done the Redux, but not the React Redux part. So yeah, maybe I don't know. Once I'm done, I can only then tell you, okay, uh, whether it's possible or not.
yeah,
When we are,
maybe
let's just
I
Google
can
it out.
look at maybe I can look at Max PR
Yeah, do that.
and see how. Yeah, no. Just a minute. No, what? No. Hush, 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 hush. Yeah, I'm back.
Mike, hold on. I have to take this call.
Okay.
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 Okay. Has Matt used cookies?
Matt, that's what I'm looking for. This is his action. So in his action, he has all this stuff. So in his
You're using
action, he
React
doesn't
cookies?
have cookies.
You're using React cookies? React cookie
Hello?
package? Hello? Can you hear me?
Hello, I think you're breaking.
Oh.
Hello?
Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
yeah,
yes, I
yeah.
can.
See, he's using React cookie from cookie. It's on 922 in app.js. This is his PR, na? Yeah.
Yeah, but this is a different premium F2F page. Why would that be here?
This is what?
Like this is this is app.js. Components app.js, and then in his app.js he adds this and event form. He passes cookies down. But he does this that props with cookies. So where does he create this cookie that is added to the props?
Huh? What? Sorry, I didn't get your question. Where
So
does the cookies coming from?
So this is the this is the app.js file.
Yeah, okay.
Right?
He's rendering. Right. Because he's rendering.
So in the app.js file,
This shouldn't be this dot cookies.
So he imports this, but where he uses it, I can't see. Or maybe I need to open this file. This dot props dot cookies. And then it gets it from export default with cookies. Okay. Yeah, I think this is the gap that we had. So maybe there's a way that when you do export default with cookies up, it adds cookies to your application. And then maybe we should use those with cookies to read them. I don't know. So project info, it passes down the cookies. Okay. But it doesn't do map state to props. So everywhere he does pass cookies. Everywhere he does pass cookies. So where does he have the project form? Yeah, I think this is what we
Go
should
to
do.
the index.js. Mike?
Yes?
Mike, go to the
Yes.
index.js. Go to the index.js.
Yes.
It doesn't have it. Using cookies. Where is it?
He has it in the app.
We have a router.
App.js. This.
Hello?
Hello, yes. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You were breaking earlier.
Yeah.
Oh, I was reading an article about the using cookies in a React Redux and React Router, and it
Yeah.
says that you need to provide the cookies provider. So before using the cookie, you need to use the
Yes.
cookie provider method from the React cookie, and that was in React index.js.
Okay, but then I think he has it on the app.js
The
because he calls
cookies.
app.js in index.js. So it's app.js where he does its routing. So for projects new, so yeah, we need to do something like this.
Not the
So
whole
that
thing.
we,
Subscription you need
yeah,
to
you
give a
see
different
how,
path.
yeah, you see how our path is projects new. It's this simple,
Create
but
path,
maybe it
yeah.
needs to do this so that instead of just adding component here, so we have route path. Maybe we do route exact path projects new, and then do there's a render here. There's a render method. And then inside that render, render equals render center method. So props and props cause this. Then it returns Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay. So it returns create project page, and then I don't understand why he's doing this spread operator instead of just doing props. I think I need to connect my charger. Just a minute. So So here, I don't understand why he's doing the spread operator. And then he does
What operator?
this.
Props?
The three dots. This is called the spread operator.
Spread?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess this is what we should do. So for the spread operator, spread syntax, so that you can do so you have 1, 2, 3, but you can do some of these. Yeah, so if you just do in the console, if you just do is equal to 3 and 4, and now you want add something to this, you can spread A and add something else
But
to
that
it.
creates a new array. That creates a this three dots creates a new array.
Yes, so
And
that's
in
why.
that new array, and that in that new array, the new number or whatever you want to push is pushed. Yeah, I know
Oh
that.
yeah, yeah,
But
but that's why I'm saying I don't understand why he's using it here. Why does he have to use it here? Is
that was
this
in yeah.
is this not just the same as saying props? Like, why does he have to do the 3
Is this
dots?
sync? Sorry, sync. You are asking sync thing.
This
This thing. Yeah.
like on line 50, he uses the 3 dots, 1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
then props.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's I was just asking myself, why does he do the 3 dots then props? Like, does it make any difference to have it here this way? Like whatever is done on line 58 as well. Does this make any difference? Because he is just creating a new object, but he's not doing anything to the object, which is just the same as that object. I don't know if that makes sense. Do it make sense?
Why we are spreading the profs?
Yeah.
It's not taking in this in any variable, I think.
Yeah.
Let me see. Are you using it in the render function or yeah, oh,
In the render.
in the render?
Yeah. But at least we know the cookies are from the app.js. So
Mike, I
when we,
think there must be a cookie provider before this. that adds here.
This.
Cookie provider, cookie provider. There should be some
Sorry.
cookie provider. With
Uh,
cookies are used afterwards, I think, because there is this article about it that says that cookies, uh, cookie provider should be used. Um, I'm sharing the link.
yeah.
Just share this. Just do the second one. Yeah,
The second link.
yeah. The second link
Okay.
is for the cookies.
Okay.
Go down. Here.
This.
Stop it. Yeah,
Yeah.
this should be somewhere. Where is it? Where is this code?
Let me
Yes,
just
telling
do
us
a
in the
search. Yeah.
yeah. See, which file is this?
Index.js.
Index.js. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
How?
This is
Maybe I
there.
went to the wrong one.
Yeah.
Maybe I went to the wrong
So this is
index.js. Yeah.
yeah, the wrong index.js. So here, it's providing the cookies that is passing to the store. See, on line
Yeah.
13.
Yeah.
Uh, then those cookies are provided in the store, and then you use dispatch to get the cookies in any component you are using.
Oh, okay. So that means now our app
It's passing it to the app, but the app cannot directly
in the
take
store.
like this dot state. This has to use a dispatch. This is what I'm guessing. This has to use a dispatch, don't we? Because we cannot, if we are providing the cookies in the Redux, then we cannot
Mhm.
directly use the this dot state on any of the like this dot state on the values that are in a store. We have to use the dispatch for that.
Yeah, but the dispatch happens in the.
Where is the dispatch?
Does it happen in the Redux?
Yeah, you need the dispatch.
So reducers.
Or
We
do
don't
we
have
need the get
reducers.
state? Do you know, how do you get the get state then? Like Redux get state.
Um, I think I don't understand that. But because I think what normally happens, we have the map state to props, which normally maps the states to props, and you pass them to the
What?
connect that sends them to
Sorry,
the store.
sorry, you were breaking.
Yeah,
Say it again.
you have this map state to props in the component
Yeah.
that it's sent to the store using connect. Like down here we have export default connect. Now this connects to the store, and I think it sends the
Mm.
state that you're mapping to props to the store. So here it will
Okay,
send
that
create.
part I have not done yet, so I don't know. But the this one.
Yeah, you're saying something. You're not showing me something.
What?
You are saying that part you have not done as well, but which one have you? Because maybe we can just search render equals this, cookies equals this dot props with cookies. but then export default with cookies app. But now how does the cookies get to the props? Maybe with cookies app, add cookies to the props of apps.
This is in apps. This
Yeah.
is the app.js. This is the app.js file.
Yes. Component. Yeah, I think this has really helped, So how to Redux dispatch. I don't know whether we want to look at this.
Oh, I can tell you the about the Udemy course
Yeah,
where in which you can see the Redux dispatch if you want to. Yeah, okay, use the documentation, it's more easy.
yeah.
There is
So
this get state.
returns current state tree. So it state dispatch subscribe replace reducer. So import crystal from that, then const equals crystal that, then store.dispatch. Dispatch. So this happens in the
Dispatch is like uh, where you fill out the form uh, like
yeah,
filling out the form like you are putting values in the action creators, real values in the action creators.
yeah. So the store.dispatch, where do we have it in our form? It's in the app.js. No?
Dispatch, I don't know, just do the search. uh, I the
Create
I think Connect is
project.
doing that. Connect is doing that for the Connect function is from the Redux, right?
Yes, yes. I think so. The project page. So it's in the is it here? Where was the connect? In the action.
I think it was an action.
Yeah.
Uh,
Command Shift F. Maybe project action. Yeah, it's not
here,
here.
here you have what
Have you seen
create
connect?
project actions. Yeah, why don't you
Yeah, we have dispatch here.
put, yeah, we have dispatch here, but dispatch it's you're using the dispatch and directly sending the action creator in it. That's the action creator. Yeah, that's the
Yeah,
action creator. The curly braces. Those are
yeah,
the action creators. Action creator. You're passing it directly. I mean,
yeah,
you are not using a named function. You're you are just passing it directly. How is that possible? I don't know.
yeah.
Go back and see how the dispatch works.
In
I mean, this
the
is actually,
documentation.
yeah. I mean, this dispatch is like filling out the form. You're putting the form in the dispatch. You're not filling it out. You're putting the form in it.
Yeah, I think he has not used Redux for the forms.
No, 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 not that form. I'm talking about the Redux, pure Redux. I'm not talking about the event form or the project form. I'm like
Yeah,
saying, I'm giving you an analogy, like example. Okay,
yeah,
like uh, action creators and actions. Actions are like forms, like real life forms where you put your name and address and everything else to fill it
yes,
out. Action is just a format. So you're
yeah,
putting the format in the dispatch. Dispatch is like filling it out and passing it to uh, different reduces and doing some work on it.
yes. And then the reducer adds it to the store. So I think here yeah, this is strange.
Just check how Matt has done this. If he is using the Redux as well, so he must have used it. See how he has used the dispatch.
Okay, so um component. Is this that branch still? Pull
Mm,
requests. Uh
New branch,
create.
new branch. It's above your branch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm. Sorry. I was I was looking for the first change elsewhere. So so in the form, so this is the action.
Create
Yeah, it's
event
doing the
action.
same.
Yeah. See, okay, he's doing the same thing, and
Yeah.
this is a callback. Yeah, he's doing it. Error? Let me check it out myself. Uncheck. What are you confused about, Matt? Mike?
Yeah, the action creators. Okay, I've gone through the course on Redux, but I've not really grasped what actions are, what
Yeah, it's
action
okay.
creators are.
I am just. Oh, let me tell you. Let me tell you. This whole
Yeah,
function, the add to do, the
yeah,
add to do function, add to
yeah,
do function is the whole function is
yeah.
known as action creator. Okay, and the
Okay,
it returns an object. Since those are the curly braces we are
yeah,
using, returning, see the return statement, it's returning a curly braces. See,
yes,
so
yes.
those are the actions. These are called the
Oh,
actions.
okay. And
This
now
is
the
called
whole
the
function
action.
is
Yeah, the
okay.
whole function is known as the action creator, and those curly braces are known as the object that are returning, and it's known as the action.
Mm-hmm. So, and now we dispatch the action. Oh, this is traditional Flux.
Yeah, look at this. In Redux, this is not the case. It was in
Mm.
traditional Flux. But in Redux, this is not the case. Instead, to actually initiate a dispatch, pass the result to the dispatch. This is what I was talking about, that you cannot do like this. Like the way you were passing the action. In Redux, this is not the case.
Yeah. Yes. Sushi. Ambia mama.
Matt, hi.
Hello.
Just a minute. Hey, Martin.
Okay, I'm
Woohoo! I'm back. Did you forget about me?
How did it go?
welcome back, Matt. Welcome
Thank
back. How
you.
did the
Thank
NH
you.
How did the
Yeah,
NHS meeting go?
it was good. It was just a quick meeting. I have stuff to do, but I thought I can do that stuff by myself when you guys are asleep. So yeah,
Okay.
you know. I mean, I can kind of hang out in the background doing some of it probably, anyways. So yeah, don't know. I mean, I
Matt,
want to work on. I don't know. Yeah. Anyways,
you wanna
how's it
work on
going
what?
here?
Matt, we have a question for you.
Awesome.
Mike,
Yeah.
Woo,
So
Mike,
so
woo, woo.
Mike,
hello. Am I?
Yeah.
Am I mute?
No, we can hear you.
No.
Yeah.
Nobody muted you.
Okay. Yeah.
Mike,
Maybe we
can you go back to the tutorials we were looking at? Where the dispatch flux was, traditional flux we were talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah, here. Matt, can you see this?
Can I see what?
In traditional flux, action creator often triggers dispatch when invoked like so.
So we're not using Flux.
Yeah, we are not using flux. That's the thing. So I was asking him why was he passing the actions like this in the Redux? Yeah, on the create project page.
Where? Can you show me?
Okay, Mike, show it.
Show it, Mike. Show it. Show it, Mike. Show it. Yeah. So like on line 27 and 29, or 27
Yeah.
to 30. So this is just like it's. I don't know. I don't know if I understand the question, but I mean, you need to you need to dispatch like an object that has the type and the payload in it, and you can create some of the actions that we have, like that when we first started working on this, we created like a specific function that we would like dispatch the function, and then the function would just like return the same thing, the type and a payload. But like I was watching a video from Dan Abramov. I can't remember exactly the issue I was working on, so I don't know if I'll be able to find the video, but where he talks about how if you're doing something simple like just dispatching the type and the payload, that you should just call it directly instead of making it more complicated by having a function whose only responsibility is to like pass in the type and the payload, you know.
No, but the dispatch function is like filling out the form, like filling out the values in it. Isn't that dispatch for Redux do?
No, dispatch is like so this is happening in the callback, in the then callback. So what's happening is like when the project is successfully created, it will return back some response, right? And that response, we want to dispatch that to our reducer, and our reducer will check the type and say, oh, right, the type, it doesn't matter what reducer it's in. You don't have to predetermine what reducer it's in, because it's looking for the type create project. And if it finds that in any of our reducers, then it will like it will make it'll do something with the payload. Like depending on what you want it done with it, you can do different things. But the point is, it'll do something with the payload, and then that will be imported into the store, which then when we connect our component to the store, it'll make that payload available for us to use in our component. That make sense?
So those like the response data is the like real values, right?
Response data is like is going to be, in this case, is going to be the created project.
Okay.
So
Okay.
so this okay. Go ahead.
Can you go to the Mike? Can you show her what the fixture for the that you have for the either one of the fixtures you have, really? I mean, I guess the fixture in the Cypress would be the most similar to the response. So project, yeah. So that's going to be what it looks like, kind of. I mean, more or less, it's going to be like that. You know, it's going to be an object that has like an ID. I mean, it won't have the source repositories and the members and all that, because that's a response from an API endpoint that we've created to have more information. But from line like 3 until line 20, or from line 2 to line 20 is what it will look like. It'll be, I don't think it has the key of project. No, it doesn't. But it'll be like if you just replace that key project with just like the opening curly brace, and then you go down to line 20. It'll have all that. That's like what you get when you if you're in the back end and you search for like project.first, for example, you'll get like an object that that looks like this, that has like these attributes: ID, title, description, status, and so on.
Okay.
So this is what, this will be either the response if you ask for like, I want just a project, the project object, or if you create a project, it will respond with the object.
Okay.
Just a minute, I have to take some meds.
Sure. Sure, man. Sure. No worries, bro. I'm trying to find that video that I don't know if I'll be able to find it. When did I first see that? Live demo. We have a live demo. No, that's not what I'm looking for. I don't know, to be honest. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I can't find it, but I think that wasn't your question anyway. So how can I?
So actually, we just spent time trying to.
Sorry?
Yeah. I'm back.
Woo-hoo.
We spent time trying to understand like the issue with the cookies, how it gets there, yeah. Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
There's the cookie that we were using, but we did not know where it was coming from.
So when you log in is when you get a cookie, right?
Yeah.
But like the thing is that if you're trying to test to see if it's actually working, then you'll actually need to log in, because if you don't log in, then you'll get a 401 from the back end.
Yeah. So yeah, and we went through how Natalia shared this blog that explained it, because yeah, sometimes you need to understand what's going on.
Yes, React Cookie.
So yeah,
exactly.
So
I think this is maybe the blog that I used to set it up, actually.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is. And then it's like I got a little bit confused because it was doing things different, and I ended up needing to like extract everything into app.js.
Yeah. So we went through that, and now after that we modified the app.js to have this.
There was this question, Mike. Can you go to the question you were asking, like this props one?
Yeah,
Why are
I'll
you
just
spreading it in the props here?
Yeah, why are you spreading the props here? Because it's as good as doing this.
I think you spread the props so that you can have all the keys, right? From the props. I mean, like what you just did there is not even valid, right? That's why it was red. Yeah.
What's the red for?
I mean, I think you can't. I mean, it might be that you just need to add space there, like. But I think like that there when you're trying to, yeah, expect it just tells you expects that you have a dot dot dot. I mean, you could erase the curly braces maybe, but I think it's not the same. Passing in the props is different than spreading the props, and like I think if you don't spread the props, then you don't have access to this dot props dot cookies. Right?
I don't know.
Can you do this dot props? Is this dot prop same here?
I mean, you like. I don't think. I mean, you maybe you could do this dot props, but that wouldn't give you. That wouldn't like when you spread the props. It gives you the ability to call cookies on it, right? This dot props dot cookies because it gives you all the keys that are in this dot props. I don't know if that really answers your question. I mean, exactly how create React cookie, how like the internals of how it works. I'm not sure. If you'd like to research it, like definitely be my guest. I'm more concerned that like it just works, So and like we can pass down the cookies. We can pass down the cookies to the component that we need to use by spreading the props that are coming in. And by saying like setting it cookies equals and then this dot props dot cookies, I mean, I mean, it's great to understand everything you're doing. I don't understand everything I'm doing. I just know that like if I go to an npm package and it says like do this and do this and do this to set it up to work, then I do those things, and then if it works, then it works, and if it doesn't work, then I have to like do some research about why it's not working, right?
Yeah.
That's what I do also. Oh yeah.
I mean, like I don't want to like, I'm not telling you to not to ask questions. I think it's great you ask questions, and if you find out the answer, let me know. I would love to know the answer. I mean, I think I kind of understand a little bit on how spreading the props work, because we do the same thing in our reducers, right? Like we have an initial state, and then we're like spreading that so that we have access to the key, which is like projects, for example, and then we're adding like the action.payload to the key,
Yeah, but
okay.
in that sense, it's yeah.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yeah, in that sense, it's circumventing immutability of the states when you're doing the reducers. Like you don't want to change stuff. So when you do the spread, you are able to add things without changing the other object. Yeah, but in this case, we are just spreading it and we are not changing anything. If maybe we were to add something like Mike, yeah, maybe it's adding it behind the scenes, because I thought that actually you're the one who wrote this code. So if we were to do this, we would say that we are creating a new object with a new I think this is valid still. We are creating a brand new object with all the things that were in props and a new key mic. Yeah, but when we just do this, we are creating a new object, but that's all we are doing.
I mean, I don't think we're creating a new object, but I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, it creates a new,
Mike,
like it
Mike,
leaves.
Mike. But the thing is, the way we use it, it's with the square bracket, not with the curly braces. Yeah, I remember that. And the
But yeah, you
redux,
can use it. You can use it with the curly braces as well.
Yeah, you can use it with
no.
both.
Yeah.
You can. Yeah, I mean, we have examples in the reducers where you use with curly braces or with it depends if we want if it's a like we have some that like is an array of objects and we have some that's just a simple object. So like project is like
No,
I
no,
think
no, 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 no. He's not saying that. He's saying that with these three dots or spread operators before an array or and then we push something into that new array. It creates a
yes.
new array and then we push it in the new array. So if we are using this spread operator with the array or with an object and it's not pushing anything into that, then what's the purpose of just copying it? I mean, making a copy of it.
I
This
mean,
is
I
what
think
he's
on
asking.
you could try removing that that spreaded props, and then you could go try like in your in your console or in your component, you can try console logging cookies and see what our props.cookies, this.props.cookies, and see what you get there. I would
You might
imagine
do
that
that.
you probably won't get it. I mean, I think that there's a reason why they're having you do that, but I can't guarantee you why that is because I haven't looked at how the npm package like does things under the hood, you know, because like I haven't had any plans to actually contribute to React Cookie to like put in pull requests or to understand how it works under the hood. But like if you're curious, like remove console log it before and after and see the difference.
Yeah, like now. I think.
I mean, I know that.
I think. Yeah. Yeah.
I was gonna say
You
like
can.
if you look at our tests, like we have some examples in our tests where we spread the props, right?
Yeah.
It could probably be a container test. Maybe not one of those. Like one of the more complicated ones, like the project list or something, or events list or whatever. Yeah, so you see there we have, yeah, I mean any of those. So we have the props there on line 8, right?
Yeah.
And then we're spreading it on line 14, and we're not modifying anything. We're just saying like we want the events list to have all those props available, right? To be able to use those. So that means when we mount it, and then it's going to go there in our test. Like if you remove fetch events from line 10, for example, and then that test will fail because it'll get to the point where it tries to call this.props.fetch event and it won't have that as a prop, right?
Okay.
So I don't know. I mean, I imagine that if you try to call this.props.cookies and you haven't spread the props that are coming down from the npm package, that you won't be able to call this.props.cookies on it. But I don't know. I mean, you're kind of passing it in as a variable as well on line 48. So I'm not 100% on that. You'd have to play around with it.
Yeah. I think maybe it adds it to this. So maybe this references this.
Yo.
Hi, Ryder.
Hey.
What's up?
Hi, Ryder.
How's it going?
Good. You?
Good. You're creating project pages.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are doing the thing we do. Mike is trying to understand what we're doing, and I'm saying, you don't need to understand it, just do it.
Yeah.
Sounds great.
Yeah. So yeah, I was bugging Matt on explaining things that maybe he needs not to explain because he says he doesn't understand everything that he does.
No,
But
just do it.
Actually, he does
at least
explain
he has,
something.
yeah, at least it has made sense, whatever he has tried to explain. So, yeah.
I sent you a Stack Overflow question as well that like talks a little bit about what the spread operator does, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, we're talking about the spread operator and ES6 writer. But it's like specific to do with like a library, NPM package called React Cookies, React Cookie, and like why we have to spread the cookies. And yeah, I mean, I kind of said like I was half joking about not understanding what you do, but I kind of like just followed what I mean, it's not exactly how they say to set it up.
You have to spread the cookies because otherwise they end up concentrated in the hands of the bourgeoisie.
Yeah, exactly. That's true.
What,
I mean,
what's bourgeoisie?
It's a proletarian joke, Mike.
Yeah. So I don't have to understand bourgeoisie as well. Just have to say, okay.
Well, I mean, there's the bourgeoisie and there's the proletariat, right? So the proletariat's are the working class, and the bourgeoisie are the rich and the property owners and the factory owners.
You haven't heard the like expression bougie? You're being a little bougie? No?
No.
You guys don't have that
there? I think I've heard the song Bougie 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 something. Oh yeah. So they say bourgeoisie.
This is a different song. I thought that this was about that as well, but it's not. No, actually, I thought that was Burguesia, 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 Burguesia. This is actually about that. I thought it was saying like little burger, you know, like Burguesia, you know, but it's not. It's actually about Who is that? Sir George.
I think.
Hold on, I'll take care of the musical part of it.
Excellent.
Yeah, just look for the song I'm thinking.
Burguesia, Burguesia, Burguesia. Yeah, here we go. Seu Jorge ao vivo. Hold on, let me check my screen as well.
Yeah. So, Natalia, you've read this?
Yeah.
It makes sense, huh?
Yeah, I've read this.
So they're saying instead of doing all this, you just do this.
Yeah, no, I have read this one.
Nice.
Sorry. There you go, Mike. This is an educational song for you.
Yeah.
Matt, can you write the Burguesies or whatever you were pronouncing it in the chat?
Yes.
Nudge.
Hold on. Burguesia. Like this. Burguesia. You've heard this song, Mike?
I think it's another one.
Oh, really? Ryder, you've heard this song.
I don't think so.
No. Really famous. Anyways, I'll just keep that in the background. So
I can see the Symphonies performance coming.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. Yeah. Speaking of synchrony, Ryder, we were talking about having a Elixir pairing session today, since we missed Monday.
Great.
So I don't know if you're keen. What time did we say we were going to have that at? Like in 45 minutes?
Yeah.
I'm very keen. I just don't know that I can make it today. I'm scheduled for a pairing session on. We're onboarding a new developer to the Java project I've been working on, and so I was going to pair him, help get him set up this afternoon.
Oh, that's very, very helpful of you.
Java. How is Java?
How is Java?
Yeah.
Yeah, Java's good. I mean, you know, it's reliable. It runs on Linux, which is important and good. Yeah, you know, the JVM is rock solid. It's been around a real long time.
Yeah.
Java itself is maybe not as fun to work with as some other languages, in my opinion. But
yeah,
and why are you not onboarding me? Why are you not onboarding me? You know.
Why am I not onboarding you on this? I don't think you want to be on this project, Mike. If I'm being perfectly frank.
I want to be on every project, you know.
I don't think it's the AV project.
Yeah?
It's not. Yeah.
No, it's not. But yeah, it's
yeah.
still...
AV has one unpaid project, to the best of my knowledge, and one unpaid Java project.
Yeah, I mean, and it's like João is like rewriting in Kotlin. You know?
Well, yeah. Yeah.
So if you want to get involved now.
Yeah. If you're going to be, if you want to learn the Java side, yeah. If you're going to be on the JVM these days, I think Kotlin is a better choice.
Yeah, I have interest in learning Kotlin. I've never had any interest in learning Java.
It's so useful. You can program, you know, mods to Minecraft and.
Oh, nice. I'm doing like I'm in the background doing some NHS stuff. If you're interested in that kind of stuff.
Right on.
Yeah. Trying not to distract.
But this is so you're doing the multi things at once.
Yeah. I'm trying not to distract them too much, you know, and try not to get distracted too much by them. But I don't know if it's gonna work. I figured that like there's a window that I can like pair with certain people, and then after that it's just kind of I'm by myself, so I can always get back to this later if I need to.
Yeah.
So Mike, what were you guys doing besides like you know, working out like this stuff? You were connecting up the cookies is what you're doing.
Yeah, so we did that, and when I say that, Ryder, I mean this. We added that to connect up the cookies. And then I think now it's about time we tested this. Because you have the action. So not the test, but project action. We tried understanding this and how all this goes. So you got us when we were debating on this, why you decided to do this instead of doing the function bit. But you came in and explained that it's Dan Abramov advice, and yeah, so maybe it's about time we just do yeah, this is running. It's breaking already. Unexpected token, expected that. Syntax error. Yes. Merge. Polo. Anda kama
Yeah, it looks like you've got another curly brace needed because you've got the 2 braces, one after the render and one after the props.
This. So this. So this does this, and this does this.
So that one's
I mean,
connecting that one.
This.
It's distracting because Mike's auto formatting is broken at the moment, so it's like it's formatted different, like than all the other ones, you know.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, that's been broken for a couple days now. Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
At least since this week, like this weekend, we spent like, you know, a good 30, 45 minutes on it Saturday. And then on Monday, we spent like a good 45 minutes to an hour on it. And we still haven't gotten to the bottom of it. Yeah. It's just like kind of don't really know really I mean, I'm kind of at the place where maybe it'd be better to try just removing standard JS and trying to like set up the same thing. Because I don't know. Anyways, I'll keep my thoughts to myself. But yeah, it's I don't know how you live with it, Mike. I think I get too annoyed with things sometimes, maybe. But
yeah. Yeah, it's difficult, you know.
It's just distracting, I think, like because you're trying to see if you're like setting things up properly, and then you just have to like, I don't know. I'm very visual in that way that I can like try to look at 2 things, and if they're like in the same format with the same coloring and all that kind of stuff, it's easier for me to see if there's something off. But if it's you know, I don't know. Yes.
Yeah.
Seems that fixed
I
it.
think different devs have different sensitivities to that. I'm very sensitive to it as well.
Yeah. I mean, I think it does bother you, no, Mike, but you just like spend a lot of time on it and haven't really got to the bottom of it, and so you're kind of like, instead of continuing to spend more time on it and not getting anything done, you're just living with it at the moment.
Yeah. So when I have the pair,
Yeah, I hope we can get it fixed soon. It was great seeing y'all. I gotta run and help this new developer on board. And
awesome. Thanks. Yeah, thanks for joining us.
Yeah, it was great seeing you. Cheers.
Yep.
Take care.
Yeah, see you soon. Cool.
Why is Rider not onboarding me? Why is Rider not onboarding me? Maybe Rider will onboard me soon. So what was this new user?
I mean, I think you probably want to seriously ask yourself if you want to be onboarded or not.
Yeah. So what is the password
You
here?
know, do Mike, it's user 1234. But do you know Java?
Yeah,
I don't
I've
think
done Java.
you have you. Right.
Mike.
Wow.
Yeah. I've done Java, yes. I've done like almost everything. So,
Is Ryder working on the Agile Venture project, or is he working on his own project?
I think he does both.
I mean, is he associated with some company or other than like Agile Ventures?
He's a consultant, so he kind of has his own consultancy. So he does work with he provides consultancy. Consultancy. You know.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, to what?
I mean, you know, I'm just here in the background, you know, doing my thing here in the background.
You're searching for Elasticsearch? Where do you want to implement that?
Well, it's a good question. So what I'm trying to do is I'm working on this ticket to, like, we have our NHS Wiki project, which is another really cool project that if you want to, I mean, I don't know what the future of it will be, but like we have here we built this, you know, this wiki for the Healthy London, for the HLP Wiki, the Healthy London Partnership. And they've been a paying client of Agile Ventures for the last 2 years. And if you search, for example, you come to this search page, and then, like, looking at this search page, like, I don't know, what would be your first? What would the first thing you would do would be? Muito obrigado.
Your Bergesina is not Google, cannot be Googled. Because it's
Bergesina.
giving me an error. Bergesina. Yeah, Bergesina.
Bergesina. Bergesina. Bergesina. Bergesina. Bergesina. Bergesina. Bergesina. Bergesina. Bergesina.
Yeah, there is a mistake in the spelling, you know.
Bergesina, 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 Bergesina. But what does it mean? Significado.
Yeah.
Put significado. There we go.
Mexican significado?
So
it's what?
Is the significado?
Yeah, ele é uma burguesinha. It comes from burguês, cidadão da classe média.
That's Mexican or Latin?
It's Portuguese.
Portuguese, okay.
So, Mike, you were gonna get us back on track?
yeah, so I've tried it. I'm getting this error.
Well, I mean, that's kind of obvious why, isn't it?
No.
Nope. So what are you trying to do? Go to your test?
I tried to submit.
No, but go to your test, man.
My test?
Oh, right. Oh, sorry. You're not testing. You're attempting it. Right. It's because you were getting this error before, right? Your cookies are invalid. You don't have valid cookies, man. You're not passing down the cookies.
Logged in. Just logged in.
You just logged in? That's good. Can you like go back to your code? Where's the code, man? Where's the code? So can you scroll up? So the project, you're passing the cookies down to the project form. You're destructuring the cookies. So you're destructuring the cookies from state?
Oh. Well, have you seen that? This?
Yeah, so what you're doing is you're saying to send down, you're saying to send an empty string down, and that empty string doesn't have a function called get. Actually, it's telling you it's undefined, but yep, that would be better. Assuming that you have like things. Do you scroll down to the bottom? Where are you getting? You can't just. You can't. You've only done half the job there, you know. I mean, the best thing to do is to like go look at a project where you have this implemented and see how it's done there, right? Otherwise, you're just guessing, right?
Yeah, a project where?
A
What
component
is
where
your
you have this
purpose?
implemented.
Nakuja. She is distracting me successfully. Yes. Nakuja. So you're saying
I was saying that, yes. That's exactly what I was saying, Mike. Exactly what I was saying.
in the map state to props, where do you have map state to props?
So where do I need to put this Elasticsearch, though, is the question. How do I use this thing? So, yeah, there you go. Perfect. That's it. That's it. You see on line 2, whatever?
Yeah.
Line 206. 206, you
Yes.
have, instead of just passing the star, you're passing own props. And this is like a keyword that I'm not sure where it comes from. I mean, I think it comes from Redux, but I'm not sure about that. So
Okay.
Installing Redux. Installing Redux.
So we have yeah. No, if I want that.
La 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 la. Mi enamorada. ¿Se conoce esa música? Claro. Quando foi a primeira vez que você ouviu isso?
So logged in user. Do I need this? I don't need this.
Tinha 2 anos. Nem 2 anos. 2 meses. É música nova? É. Música nova, Bé. Okay. So what we can do here is Agile Ventures, and then social prescribing, and then get full origin master, and then we have here.
Oh, you didn't answer me. Where are you going to implement the Elasticsearch?
Oh, right. Because I asked you a question, and I don't know if you didn't understand me, but you didn't. So I was on this page here.
Yeah.
This page here. This page here, and I was asking like, if you were a user of this site, would you know what to, like? What would you do in this? If you searched for test and you were given these results?
Okay. I mean, I should have something in mind to search for, right?
Yeah. So I've searched for test.
But these things, these, none of these show anything helpful.
Yeah. Exactly.
I would say, if like it's related to health. So if I'm like looking for anything like that, so it's not giving me anything helpful.
Exactly. So that's why I like. What would you do in that case? Like,
What?
What would you do in that case?
And what would I do? I would try to manually search the site first. If it's that important for me, I'll manually search the site.
Okay, so
Or
what
else
you could do,
or else I'll move on to something else.
yeah. So what you could do in this case is you can scroll down, and you could see like that you can create a page called test, and you can also see that there's like some page titles that match, but like not everybody thinks like, oh, I'm going to scroll down. Like you look here and you're like, this is not what I'm looking for. Maybe you like start, you know, clicking on some of this stuff and search again or something. But the point is that you don't know, you're not seeing the search results that you're actually searching for. And so if you come here to like if you come here to Wikipedia, for example, to get a comparison, and then you're here on their main page, and then you search for test, then like, well, you get taken some new page. Then you can see that there's like much, you can see the results in the, what's called like the upper fold. And the reason you can see that is because this is collapsed, right? And you can look for more information, you know, if you want. You can add namespaces, you can do all these things, but you see the results, right? So then you know, okay, I think there's probably more results, and then you know to scroll down, right? So I was just looking. So then what I did was I came here to like I came to their page that's called like special, and then it's like version. And then this will show you all of like the extensions and stuff that they have on Wikipedia. And then I searched for search. For some reason not working there. And then I found this advanced search extension. And then this advanced search extension says this extension currently depends on extension Cirrus search. So then I came here, and then the Cirrus search told me that it has PHP and curl dependencies. It also has Elasticsearch as a dependency. So it says then I need to install Elasticsearch, you know.
Okay, so that's that's like wiki requirement.
Yeah, it's one of them. I mean, it's like it's like a 12 or 13 step process that I might get stuck on something along the line. It's kind of a bigger ticket than we were anticipating. It's like would be a big step forward if we can get through to it. But yeah, basically you need to install Elasticsearch, and then you need to install Elastica, which is like an extension, and then you need to load it, and then you need to install Cirrus Search, and then you need to load it. And then there's certain configuration and stuff, but then you need to come back and you need to install advanced search. So there's like at least 3 extensions and one and Elasticsearch that you need to have. So, you know, it can be that I'm just going to get blocked on this and like kind of just spend time, you know, kind of not waste time, but spend time doing this, or hopefully it'll like be working tomorrow, and then Sam will be like, whoa, that's really cool, you're amazing, good job. And then I'll be like, ooh, I feel good inside because someone said I did a good job, you know.
You were appreciated for the backend. You did the Google Cloud thing. You got the appreciation from Sam. That this was the first time I saw Sam giving appreciating you.
Yes, I mean, Sam does a good job of telling me I do a good job and stuff. It's nice. I mean, you know.
Yeah, you know.
I definitely work hard, you know. So it's good.
Yes, you did it. You did a good job there, because I saw the contributions, and you were at the top.
Which project are you talking about?
Website 1.
The website 1 front end.
Yeah.
Because website 1, I don't think I'm at the top.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Website 1
I'm talking about the project I'm working on with you.
Yeah, I'm at the top of that one. Yeah, that feels nice. Although, like, we were looking at that the other day with João, and he's like coming in second. Like Mike is almost second, but Mike's third.
No, Mike is third, but Mike is like, okay, Mike has spread his wings now.
Yeah,
No,
yeah.
this is
I mean,
not the one. This is not
yeah,
the
I know.
one.
I was just curious. Like, so for this, like, this guy Thomas is the one in the top of that. Like, Sam's not even at the top. He's down like
After all,
6th,
he is the client.
and I don't even think I'm anywhere on even the list, of contributors on this one. Oh yeah, here I am. Like, number 20th or something. I'm tied with Nico. Nice. But yeah, that's what I'm gonna try to do now. I'm gonna try to get this installed like all the way through and get it working on the develop branch, and then if that works, then I'll be like, woohoo,
Okay, good.
and could potentially be a nice improvement. I mean, this project's kind of ending, we think, so I don't know if it'll help us like impress the client or not, but improve.
Which one are you talking about? The NHS or the website one? I think a
No,
website one
NHS.
you're talking.
No,
NHS.
website one won't end, but that's kind of like an internal client, so we're not like, it's good to have and to maintain and stuff, but it's not something we're getting paid for,
So you're talking about NHS is about to end.
Yes. Well, we think we don't know for sure, but.
Mike has muted himself.
Yeah, he's getting annoyed at us because we're not paying attention to him.
Oh, Mike, is that no?
Oh,
Mike is
we
busy.
still like
making-
you.
These
Mike is
cookies,
busy.
Do you want? I mean, I can probably help you if you want. I can pay attention for a second because I think I've done it like 5 or 6 times. So what's it's still giving the same error message and you're confused why?
Yeah, because I added this on props to cookies.
Yep.
And then
Okay.
in the action.
Yep.
In the action, I'm getting these cookies from props.
Yep.
And
you're doing cookies.get. Okay.
The cookies.get.
Okay. And
so maybe there's a gap between action and map state to props.
Okay. And how can you check that? I mean, first of all, like, show me where are you passing it? Where are you passing it down to where are you passing it to the action?
Where am I passing it to the action?
Yeah.
So to the action.
Yeah.
So what do I call the action? The action is called right here. So we have this.
Yep. And point to me where the cookies are. So what you're doing there is you're passing it as props to the project form, which the project form doesn't look like it's using it at all, right? The project form is only triggering the this.handle submit, right? Like in your project form, you're calling like props.handle submit, right?
In my project form.
Yeah. I mean, I guess again, it goes back to that thing of whether we're going to have the same like kind of structure as well, because you're kind of doing more work that's like taking you in the direction
the wrong
of
direction.
I mean, it's not the wrong direction because I'm the one that like suggested you do it this way, and then I'm the one that changed it, and now I'm asking you maybe to change yours. And I totally get if you don't want to change it right now. Like,
Yeah.
if I were you, I'd want to see it work first, and then I would
Yeah.
try to then I would worry about refactoring it afterwards. But anyways, like the point is that you're passing the cookies as project form, and where in the project form are you using the cookie? Like if you do like Control F and you look for cookies. I mean, you don't have to do that because I think we both know you're not using it here, right?
Yeah.
So what you are doing is you're saying props.onSubmit, and props.onSubmit. Actually, I think, yeah, I mean that's interesting. But so props.onSubmit is calling a function, right? That lives in your parent component, yeah.
Yeah.
And then in your parent component, like where's the you have a handle submit or something?
Yeah.
There you go. So yeah, I kind of got confused by this earlier because it's like I think we call on submit. Yeah. Anyways, so the point is you're calling on line 21. You're calling this handle submit, and you know that this is working because you've console logged it and because you're getting to your action. But like, where is it that you're saying in your action that I'm going to pass you a prop called cookies, and then here on from line 20, yeah, exactly. I mean, I think I'm being really long-winded, but yeah, you get the problem, right?
So should be this the props with cookies?
Yeah. I wonder also if you need to, well, yeah, try it like this. I was going to say, I don't think you have to pass it as an object like that. You could like just pass it in the same order and then. So now you got a different message. So that's what, so now good. So that means that, you spoke to the back end, you didn't get any errors, and the back end is saying you're not authorized to do that. Right?
Yeah.
Which normally happens when you don't pass it, when you're passing the cookies that you're passing are incorrect. It's getting to that, and it's like the cookies does have a get method, but the get method is not finding what you're saying should be there, right?
Yeah.
And that can happen for maybe multiple reasons, but it's not there, So you're using Chrome, right?
Yeah, I'm using Chrome.
So I don't know how I've been doing this recently. I don't know how you look at your cookies in Chrome, but maybe you do.
I don't have an idea.
Because like in Firefox, you have one of those tabs that's called storage. And then you go to your storage and that will show you what's in your local storage, but it'll also show you what's in your cookies. But here you don't have storage in Chrome. So I don't know how to get to that, but.
I probably have to go so that I can eat.
Yes.
And
yeah, I don't know about this. This looks very section either. I need to do. I mean, we can see. I mean, I can always.
Yeah, we can make up at the weekend.
Yeah, I mean, maybe I don't know. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I think working late today is better for me than working on late, like working more on the weekend. But like,
Yeah, because I'll be off this one into the next one, and this has been a long one.
Yeah, this has been a long one. That is very true, my friend.
Patience.
So I don't really know if this is gonna work.
Manifest.
Yeah, you guys are kind of troopers there, you know.
And
So-
what's going on here? So user ID. So what should I do with this?
Do with what? The
Website
cookies.
one?
So you can see you have. I mean, I don't know. I mean, at least it's nice to know that you can see it. But like for some reason, it's saying that you don't have that. So then, like, what you could be doing is you could be like trying to console log things, right?
Yeah.
So what you're calling the handle submit, which is passing. You're calling the create project, sorry, which is passing things down to the action, and then in the action, or there either way, you can be console logging like what is in this.props.cookies, and then you can see you'll see exactly what you have in this.props.cookies, and you can see if you don't have. That'll show you the keys you have. I mean, I kind of like, there was a bit of a bug that I think I uncovered yesterday that I need to create a ticket for, that you might be dealing with the same issue where like, I think my cookie had expired, but then when I was logging it again, it wasn't forcing it to like to update the cookie that I had in my, so I had to like actually physically delete the cookie and then it started working. But I mean, also you can do that if you're going to do the console log there. You don't have to actually submit the form. You can just do it when on component did mount, you know. But there, so you have the cookie, and then now, if you look at it and you open up the cookies,
Does it have a get?
I don't know, but you have the cookies. And I think it has a get,
Yeah.
otherwise it would be the same error. And so if you open the cookies, you should be able to find like, so you see you can't find the website one. So I mean, there might be a limit on how many cookies it like pulls in. Like React Cookie might only pull in a few cookies. Like what you could do is you could try like signing in, like deleting the website one cookie and signing in again. You could delete some of those other cookies that you have that are like kind of seem like they're in the way, and then try to see if you can get it work, and then that can kind of confirm that we do have a bug with our, we do have a bug with how it's working. Because like, I don't know, you have a lot of cookies. Like I only have a couple on mine.
So how do I delete this?
I don't know. I mean, yeah, there's like there's a clear storage, but I guess that would clear all of them. I just right click on it and then there's a delete. But it doesn't look like you have a delete. Yeah, maybe that X there at the top. You have a delete selected. Yeah, there you
I don't know what these ones are for. This is for PyCharm. I don't know what the hell they're for.
Yeah, I mean, I think it wouldn't hurt you to delete everything, but I don't know,
Maybe I can use Firefox. Never use Firefox, Google bought my soul.
Yeah, I know. They get you. You tried using Chromium for a couple days and then then you were back. then you're back to the old Chrome, weren't you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know. This Elasticsearch was saying that it works with like 5.5 and 5. The Cirrus search was with Elasticsearch 5.5 and 5.6. But like what I'm seeing is like MediaWiki 1.3 require Elasticsearch 5.5 or 5.6. I wonder if it works with newer Elasticsearches or if it only works with like the old ones, because Elasticsearch is on 6.7 at the moment. So like 5.6 is quite old, you know?
Natalia, you remember the logins?
Yeah. It's
New
like
user 2.
new user 2 at user.com and user 1234.
Yes.
Matt, I think you need to test that.
Oh, yeah, I'm gonna have to. No, I mean, the only question is like test it using the old ones first, or test. I mean, I hate to I hate to install like a really old version if like it works with the newer ones, you know. But then like I could cause more work for myself by trying to make it work with an old one when it says it works with like, I don't know, like you'd think that they could easily just say.
You know, you should go with the latest one because they add the support for the older ones as well, and the newer ones. Unless they specify somewhere like we are ending the support.
Yeah, I mean they say here like, you know, like older MediaWiki versions are like on Elasticsearch 2 or like Elasticsearch 5.3. So I'm assuming that maybe it's like newer then, but they could easily have said require Elasticsearch 5.5 and higher, you know, and newer or something instead of, you know.
Yeah.
And like unfortunately they don't have like, you know, that you can browse the repository. So Mike, instead of doing, why don't you just log the cookies on component did? Oh, okay, you already did it. Okay, I was gonna say you could do it on component did mount so that you don't have to actually fill out the form every time.
Yeah. So it runs everything on the action. So it console logs this.
Yeah, I mean, you know, the console logs. I mean, I know that it's doing that because you're getting a response from the back end, and the response from the back end is that you're not authorized, which means there's something about the headers that you're sending you're not a current user, you know. So okay, so you do have website one session. Yeah, you can see it there now. Website one session. So now what I would be doing is like I would specifically be doing a console log for exactly what I'm like cookies.get. So you can stay in the action, and instead of just passing the cookies.get, do a console log cookies.get, right? So they're on line 24. Yeah, I mean, yeah, copy what you have on line 24, and then go to the top there. And then we expect, like, because we can see it in the cookies inside, on line between line 6 and 7. Oh yeah, there. Yeah, that's a better place for it, actually. No, I think you're right. That's probably a better place. Oh, yeah. Yep. And then console log that.
Okay.
Wrap that in the console log, yeah. Wrap it in the console log, bro. Hey, bro. Just wrap it, bro.
Matt, can you why don't you find it out by looking at the version of MediaWiki in the website?
I don't know if they have they have the extensions, but I don't think they have Elasticsearch here. Elastic, because that would be something that would is internal, you know.
No, don't look for Elasticsearch. Look for the version of MediaWiki. MediaWiki, sorry.
Yeah, I mean, irregardless of the MediaWiki, they have like I'm curious. Oh, they do have Elasticsearch. They're using 6.5. So they're using a newer one. So yeah, that's great. Thank you. And they're using 1.33, which we're using 1.32. So I'm assuming that the Elasticsearch will work. Although I don't know if 6.7 will work, but yeah.
That will work as well. So go for the latest one.
It seems like it, yeah. That's a good idea. I agree. I agree with you there, Natalia. Thank you.
What?
For providing your perspective and for, coming up with a good idea of how to check things, I actually didn't realize I could be looking for, so I want to go back then. Then this is 6.7. So I've done this here, which is kind of weird when you do this inside of Docker, but anyways, more on that later. Then save the repository definition. So then here, do that. And then we do and then what do we do? Then we do this here, apt-get install Elasticsearch. Actually, we just need to say Elasticsearch because I'm already doing it install. So what we do here is we update with this here, which is important for Docker. Then we do that. Then we do this. Then we do allow unauthenticated, no install recommends. I think here, Elasticsearch. If two entries exist for the same Elasticsearch repository, you'll see an error like this during apt-get update. Okay. Examine the thing for the duplicate entry located there, and on systemd based, you'll see this on the return. Okay. Cool. So let's try that. So what we can do is we can do a Docker build locally and see if that even builds. And if that builds, then we're on the right track. So Mike, you got your response even, but your response is the same, 401.
Oh, it's a 200 ISO.
But so you're not getting an error any longer?
No.
That's good. And in the data, what do you have? Like the data looks like a static page, which is not really what you want, is it? Oh, right.
No.
You need to change the back end. Right? I mean, yeah, you need to change the back end. So what you can do is you can go to Redux. You can go to Redux and you can see if it dispatched to your store correctly.
I need to install Redux, yeah?
No, do you? Okay. I mean, it would be nice to get to the bug, the bottom of that, if that's really a bug, because we can't really be having people who are not developers are not going to be like going there and deleting cookies and, so I mean, the fact that you're dealing with it today as well kind of makes me want to create a ticket for it because, yeah, I'm not sure what's going on with that, presumably there might be an issue already that someone's created saying like, something. Yeah. You're gonna need to go back to the site, and then you need to do the thing again, I think. Or you could try it. You might get lucky. No. There you go. Cool. Awesome. My thing failed. Sudo not found. Where did I put sudo? I didn't put sudo anywhere. I did, didn't I? I put sudo somewhere, didn't I? Didn't I? I did. Stupid sudo. Sudo doesn't work in Docker because sudo is already running everything as the.
So why is it returning this?
Yeah. So that's the same thing you saw in your console log, right? And the reason it's returning that is because it's if you look at, like, if you open up, I don't know if you said you need to go eat, so I would probably go do that. But like, you've done your job. Now what you need to do is you need to, if you're interested in like the full stack, you can pull down my branch, which I'll have to push up for you because I've made changes that I'm not sharing. But now what you need to do is you need to tell the back end that it needs to be listening for JSON requests.
Yeah.
And what to do when you have a JSON request. And also you need to in the headers, you need to like, if you go to my events, create events pull request, you'll see there, like, you need to pass in like to the headers, like what kind of request to accept.
Mm-hmm.
So like the action, you're looking for the create event action. Oh, yeah, create events action. There you go. So you see, no, don't scroll up, scroll down. Look at the Axios request. You see the Axios there on line 44. You need to do that, but then you also need to change the back end to tell it to respond with JSON. You know, because right now you're hitting the same controller that you would hit if you were doing it in Rails. And so what it's going to do is it's going to, when it completes successfully, I think, I could check for you if you want to see if it's actually creating a project. But it seems like it's maybe creating a project, and what it's doing is it's either creating a project and it's rendering the HTML for the project info page, or like the project show page in Rails, or it's like not succeeding and it's like sending you back. It's rendering the new form again. If you like, if you have a look, you can probably figure it out by looking at the HTML. But I think it's safe to say that you're probably creating a project, and then it just doesn't know that you want it to respond with JSON.
Okay. Yeah.
So congratulations.
I'll pull your branch and.
Yeah, let me push it up for you.
Okay.
Because I have a bunch of stuff that I've been doing that I haven't pushed up in a long time because nobody's wanted to work on it with me.
We have worked on that.
On the back end? Yeah, you're right.
You gotta watch your mouth, Matt.
No, minimizing your efforts.
Yeah, I think I'll also just commit this.
Yes, that's a good idea. I like committing stuff. So GST, get different. All right, get. It's kind of a mess right now, really. Get stash. Get push origin head. So it's called Doku deploy branch is the name of the branch that you'll want to pull down when you're ready. And I mean, you can use the events controller as a to see how I did it, but it's like the events controller has its own service that it's calling, like their event creation service, which is different than what you'll be doing. So you might get confused if you try to follow it, exactly. Errors you encounter while processing temp apt pack dpk install blah blah blah. Stupid.
What time is it for you, Natalia?
It's almost 12 o'clock. 9 minutes to go. And it will take me like 1.5 hours to go to bed.
Wow.
So
Crazy. You're a trooper.
Yeah. Yeah, I just pushed that up, I'm feeling my head is buzzing,
Yeah.
I'm hungry.
Yep. I hear you.
So yeah. Thanks, Natalia. Thanks, Matt. I think I'll pull that down later on. So we can work on the Cypress tomorrow, Natalia.
okay. But I do want to see the Matt. When are you going to work on the back end?
Well, I mean, I probably won't work on the project's back end stuff unless we're doing it together, So,
yeah, I think we can
do want
work
to
on that.
see how things. I do want to see I do want to see how you're implementing the authentication because what?
OAuth.
Are you
OAuth.
done with the?
No, we haven't done anything else on OAuth. OAuth we'll work on tomorrow in the React mob. So.
Oh, tomorrow.
Yes, in the React mob.
Can you make it a short pairing session because I need to go somewhere.
I mean, the React mob is at the same time for the same amount of time every Thursday. So
how long is it?
It's an hour. It's on 2 p.m. UTC.
It's 2 p.m. like 5 hours, 7 p.m. right? My time.
That sounds about right.
Okay.
Yeah. Does that work for you, or is that not so good?
No, it works for me. No, it works for me like regularly, but for a special occasion where I have to go somewhere, it maybe I can join.
Oh, okay.
So
yeah.
I have to check for tomorrow. I have to check. But I do want to learn how you implement the OAuth there because I think you are following that tutorial.
Yes. Oh yes, we're gonna be touching the back end. Yeah, I'm following what you're saying.
Okay. So okay, guys.
Well, thank you.
Thank you.
See you soon. Bye.
See you soon. Bye.
I'm like trying to click on the stop broadcast, but you have the. See you soon.
Okay.